Hi and welcome to Ball Masters Football. We're back again with another video, highs and lows of the Premier League game week 7. The best player is the first one we're going to do, and I'm going to award the best player to Song this week. I think considering everyone's been calling for his head to be subbed after 8 games of not scoring, and I know he must be taking a lot of backlash, especially from the Tottenham fans and from the pundits and the criticism. So I think for him to come on and score a hat-trick in 14 minutes, I think that silenced a few of his critics. I know I think it's his second celebration, he's had to put his finger to his lips of just like hush, hush. And that was more so to the people that were doubting him. So for me, considering he's been consistent for Tottenham since he's been there, I don't think he's ever dipped in performances and effort. So I think it was a little bit undeserved. I think the criticism that he received, but to score a hat trick in 14 minutes to me, just shows the levels that he's at. And again, I'm going to give him best player for me. He deserves it. Manager of the week, I'm going to give this to Gary O'Neill of Bournemouth. Obviously, I know he's interim manager, and I think for me, what he's done so far has been a miracle. Considering the team, I don't think the team could play any worse, and I think he's just come in and just steadied the ship. I think he's made some improvements in terms of organisation defensively. They're not really leaking goals as they were before. And, they can nick a goal or get a couple of goals. I know they've done really well against Forest. So he's doing really well. Whether he will get the job, that's another thing. So at least it's a headache for the club, because obviously now they have to think, do we stick with Gary? Because I know he's worked well with the players, or do we go and get someone maybe more high profile? So I think you've got to just commend him for the start that he's done. So I'm going to give it to Gary O'Neill. Best team, unfortunately I have to do it. I'm going to give it to Spurs. I'm going to give it the best team to Spurs. I think, again, considering that they went a goal down, and I have said in the past, if you do start off slow against decent teams, you're going to concede, and they did concede. I'm not saying Leicester, especially on form, they're not a quality team on form at this present moment in time, but they were able to get to obviously to score first, and it's just the way that Tottenham responded, which was very impressive to me. To again score 6 goals in a game where I wasn't even expecting that score line. So again, you have to give him credit. Their front three are electric. I thought Perisic as well. On the other side as well, I think he even switched wings. Perisic, I think he was on the left and he switched to the right as well. So I think there's a lot of depth. So I think, especially in midfield as well, I feel a lot of depth. So I think Tottenham are a team that's, as I said before, that's going to be there or thereabouts in the running for the Premier League title. The worst player, I thought long and hard about this, but I'm going to give it to Nathan Collins of Wolves. That challenge against Jack Grealish, again, I don't know why he would make a tackle like that. Again, the ball's not even nowhere near, again, of a height where you can maybe even challenge for it. Again, anything that's mistimed, then you end up hitting it with your studs, you're going to get sent off. So I think maybe with the game being the way it was going, in the heat of it, instinctively, you're just going to just instinctively go for it. I don't think it was any malice into it, but it's just how it looked. It looked really bad. And, he deservedly got the red card, and now he's been awarded worst player. So he's ended up getting 2 awards this week. He's been awarded a red card and he's been awarded worst player. Worst team, I'm going to go and give it to, this week, I'm going to give it to Nottingham Forest. I just didn't think I don't know, for whatever reason, Steve Cooper doesn't seem to. I don't think he knows what his best team is. I think with all the new additions, I don't necessarily think he knows what his best team is. And I think because of that, they've just been dipping form in the second half. They've been good going in terms of first half, start off well, and then it's just the second half is where things go wrong. Or usually it's when teams when they concede. So when they concede, I just don't think that they've got that resilience to go, right, we've conceded, let's go for it. Because a lot of the time, Forest usually score first, and then once the other team concede, and once the other team score, the equaliser, or get back into the game, that's when you start to see the shaky performances. But I think, again, Steve Cooper is going to, imagine he'll get the response that he wants. He's got the international break to try and, get his coaching staff together and find a solution to it, which I'm sure they will find. But yeah, I just said this week I'm going to give it to Forest. I didn't really want to give it to Forest because I quite like Forest, but it seems like a consistent pattern. So I think for me, if you're keeping conceding goals and being poor in the second half, not keep maintaining that good good effort going forward, I think you're going to end up, being the downfall for your own problems. So yeah, that's all for this week in terms of the highs and lows. Again, as I said before, we'll be uploading our next two videos, which will be the top six, so the big six, Premier League big six, and the Premier League predictions for the coming weekends. The coming weekend's fixtures. Oh, sorry. I just realised international break. So obviously there won't be no videos for the next couple of weeks. But again, hopefully you will enjoy the international games. Again, we'll be back once the Premier League starts back again. Okay. So again, that's all for now. Take care. Thank you for watching the video. And if you're a new subscriber, please do subscribe, and look forward to seeing you all in the next video. Take care now. Bye.